Thanks so much for joining us here on this kind of cloudy, bit of a dreary Monday here in Denver and throughout much of Colorado. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi with a detailed look at your Colorado weather forecast. So starting things off, the big stories for today, still cloudy, still cool, some showers developing, especially later on this afternoon and this evening. Best chance for some of those showers will be south of Denver. So the Palmer Divide, areas that got a lot of the snow back on Friday and Saturday. Those are going to be the areas with the best chance for seeing some rain later on today. And then tomorrow, I think here in Denver, we'll have a better chance for rain tomorrow than today, though we do have a chance for some showers later on this afternoon. Let's start things off, though, by taking a look at what we saw back on your Friday and your Saturday. We picked up almost an inch worth of badly needed moisture. That is phenomenal news for us here. We picked up 1.77 inches worth of rain and snow so far this month. That is about a quarter inch above our month-to-date average. So I know the snow led to a lot of downed trees, a lot of downed branches, a lot of headaches out there. But the good news is we did get some badly needed moisture, and that will certainly help on out with our ongoing drought conditions. In fact, this is a look from Lookout Mountain, looking out there onto Golden, and you can see some of the kind of greener look to those grasses out that way. Probably picked up closer to about an inch, inch and a quarter worth of moisture up there in the Golden area from the past storm. So Table Mountain looking a lot greener than it did just a few days ago. Now today could be adding more beneficial moisture for us here along the Front Range and throughout much of the state, as we got some isolated showers and storms this afternoon. And then it's warm again for your day today, but then, or I should say, it's we're going to warm up more later on this week, but we do have the chance for some much warmer temperatures later on into the work week. All right, HD Doppler radar showing some showers up to our north. This would be up by Sterling, Holyoke, where we're seeing some of that rain along I-76 on up by the Wyoming and Nebraska state line. And those showers generally on the lighter side, but again, we'll take every drop that we can get. Up by Cheyenne, it's been snowing much of this morning. They picked up closer to a half inch of rain and snow. Now here in Denver, we've stayed mainly dry and mainly gray this morning. Later on this afternoon, we'll get a little surge of moisture that will give us that chance for some of those showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or two. So come 3:30, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, looking at some of that rainfall moving its way into your region. I think the best chances for rain, as I mentioned, will be south of the Palmer Divide, along and south of Palmer Divide. But we do have a chance for some rain here in Denver as well. And then notice some of those white spots developing later on this afternoon and this evening. We do get some snow above 8,000 feet in elevation. So the Wet Mountains, the West Elks, north even into the Gores and some of the Mosquito Mountains here as well, seeing some of that snowfall. And that will mainly leave the roads wet. But you get way up there, some of those highest passes, La Vida Pass, that's where you could be talking about maybe some slushy roads. But for the most part, I think this is going to be mainly on colder surfaces, so grasses, car tops, things like that. We'll be looking at that snow sticking later on tonight and to early tomorrow. That snow will gradually wind on down later on tomorrow night and into your Wednesday morning. Closer looking here at the Denver area, as mentioned, we do have the chance for a shower today. I think it's going to be anything that we see here in town should be fairly light. Palmer Divide, so Douglas, Elbert counties, southern Jeffco, that's where the best chance at seeing some of that rainfall on the south and west sides of town. Similar to last night, we had a pretty good shower up in those areas last night. Same area is probably looking at a similarly good chance at seeing some of that rain and some high elevation snows, 8,000 feet or above, maybe 7,500 feet, but mainly 8,000 feet or above. We do get some wet snow, and we could see a slushy inch or two at 8,000 feet or above in elevation, but the highest accumulations will be way up there, 9,500 feet or above. Leadville, of course, at a little over 10,000 feet in elevation. You may do fairly well out of this next system with several inches of snow possible up that way. But for the most part, I think that snow should be mainly confined to those highest elevations. Again, 8,000, 8,500 feet or above, where we do get a slushy bit of accumulation overnight and through your day tomorrow. Now let's move over to temperatures. All right, so it's been cool, right? Our average high this time of year in the low 70s. We're stuck in the low 50s here at 11 a.m. on your May the 23rd. And for your day today, it stays gray. That will keep those temperatures about 10 degrees below where they should be for this time of year. Again, a lot of gray skies. Chance for a shower, but for the most part, it's the south and west sides of the metro area looking at the best chance for seeing some of that rainfall. And I think we just stay kind of gray here in Denver. It's a bit of a Seattle-like day with maybe a periodic little bit of drizzle or shower, and then we get those temperatures just in the low 60s for your Monday afternoon. So a bit of a Monday-like look outside, right? With those temperatures on the cool side and those gray skies. And tonight, it's kind of chilly with low temperatures down to the upper 30s for us overnight. We don't have to worry about frost or freeze concerns. That's the good news. We're done with that, at least here in the lower elevations and throughout the Denver area. I think we're done with the frost and freeze. I know we have to cover up the vegetation, of course, back over the weekend with that ridiculously cold stretch. But again, tonight, that's not a concern in the lower elevations. What is a concern? The potential for some showers south and west of town here in Denver. Again, non-zero chance for some rain, but I think we stay dry here in Denver. Again, Palmer Divide, and as I mentioned a million times at this point, the foothills west of Denver and the Palmer Divide south of town will have the best chance for some of that rain. Temperatures mainly in the mid to upper 30s tonight in the eastern plains, 20s and 30s on up into the mountains, where we do have the chance for some of that wet, slushy snow overnight. Now tomorrow, even cooler than today. That's because it's going to stay gray basically all day long. We got clouds all day. And tomorrow here in Denver, better chance at rain than today. So tomorrow's the best chance for rain. And specifically, it's tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night where we have the better chance for seeing some of those showers here in town. With that rain probably developing mid to late afternoon here in Denver. A little earlier in the foothills and south of town. And those highs just in the mid to maybe upper 50s, depending on whether or not we get a peak of sunshine or two. Now, it's southeast Colorado where we get a pretty good soaking of rain tonight. Then we get a secondary system that drops in tomorrow afternoon. That'll bring us some of that rain and some of that high elevation snow for us tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. Those showers drop their way down to the I-25 corridor, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Trinidad, seeing some of that rainfall as well. Hey, we love it. Mother Nature, keep it coming. We will take every drop that we can get from this. We are still mired in drought. Last weekend, by no stretch, wipes out the drought. We are still stuck and mired in this persistent drought that goes back several months, going back to last summer at this point. We do get some more rainfall, and hopefully we can get a pretty good widespread soaking out of it, because we're going to enter a fairly dry and warm stretch starting on Wednesday. And with that fresh rainfall, that should keep the ground dry through the upcoming weekend. And that should also mean that we have little to probably no fire danger really statewide over the next few days, as we get into the Memorial Day weekend. Again, we'll be looking at much drier conditions, much warmer conditions, again, just in time for the holiday weekend. But again, with the recent rain and the potential for some more showers tomorrow, I think we should get enough moisture onto the ground that we're going to be looking at pretty limited at best concerns for fire danger as we head through the upcoming Memorial Day holiday, which is great news. We are happy to see that, as we definitely could use, I'll safely speak on behalf of the state of Colorado, we could safely use a bit of a breather from all those nasty fire weather conditions that we've been dealing with for the last few months. Meantime, again, stories for today: cloudy and cool tomorrow, cloudy and cool as well. In Denver, better chance for rain tomorrow than today, but south and west side of the metro area will have rain today and tomorrow, and then higher elevations looking at some pretty decent snow above 8,000 feet in elevation tonight and for your day tomorrow. And then everybody warms on up starting on Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Meteorologist Keely Chalmers has another update coming up at 9 News at noon. And then Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin is in at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 on the 9 News family networks. In the meantime, I'm Meteorologist Chris Bianchi here on 9 News Plus. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your Monday.